Okay, let's get right into it. If you think a software engineer's job in 2026 is still about just typing out perfect lines of code, you might be planning for a world that, frankly, doesn't exist anymore. There is a massive shift happening, and it's all driven by AI. It's transforming the very core of what it means to be a developer. But listen, this isn't a story about being replaced, it's a story about being promoted. This quote, this right here, nails it. It perfectly captures the new reality. Your value isn't in the sheer volume of code you can pump out anymore. It's in the quality and the design of the systems you create. The machine, well, it's becoming the writer. You're becoming the editor-in-chief. Your new currency is your judgment, your critical thinking.
So, what's behind this huge change? Well, the answer is a whole new breed of AI. We're talking about something that goes way beyond just helping you out. We're talking about autonomous agents that can literally manage entire development workflows all on their own.
Just take a look at this. On one side, you've got tools we know, like GitHub Copilot, which are basically autocomplete on steroids, right? But on the other end of the spectrum, that's where you find the real game changers. Things like Google Antigravity and Claude Code. They have an agent-first approach. And what that means is you're not just getting a little code suggestion anymore. Oh no, you're getting an entire workflow planned and executed for you. And if you want to understand the scale of this shift, just look at this number, 90%. At Anthropic, the company that actually builds Claude, their internal agent is reportedly generating up to 90% of their own code. Just let that sink in for a second. 90%. If the companies building the tools are already automating their own work at that level, what on earth does that mean for the rest of us?
Well, it means our role has to evolve. As AI takes over the syntax, we have to pivot. It's a move away from being a hands-on-the-keyboard coder and into a role that's more about high-level, strategic thinking. You become the director of the orchestra. Your job is now to orchestrate these incredibly powerful new tools.
This slide just lays it out perfectly. We're shifting from working on the code to working with the AI agents that are producing the code. Your value isn't measured by lines of code anymore. It's measured by how resilient your systems are, and ultimately, by the business goals you help achieve. You're the architect now, not just the construction worker. So a huge new skill for this role is something called context engineering. Think about it like this. To get the best work out of a junior developer, what do? You give them clear instructions, good documentation, right? It is exactly the same with AI. So instead of just telling the AI, hey, build a login page, a good context engineer gives it the existing UI library, points it to the API docs for authentication, and shows it examples of similar components already in the codebase. You're not just giving it a task, you are setting it up for success. Okay, so how do you actually get ready for this new job as an architect? It really boils down to mastering what I like to call a new trinity of skills. And this isn't about chasing every shiny new framework that pops up. Nope. This is about building a foundation that makes you absolutely indispensable. First things first, your foundations have to be rock solid. Let's be real, AI agents hallucinate. They spit out code that looks perfect on the surface but is secretly insecure or super inefficient. Your deep, fundamental knowledge of how the web actually works, how databases think, and core CS principles, that is your ultimate safety net. You're the senior engineer in the room who spots the subtle critical bug that the AI completely missed.
Second, you have to become a human multiplier. This chart says it all. As you get more senior, the time you spend just writing code plummets. Look at this. Only 20% of a senior engineer's time is actually coding. The other 80%? That's dedicated to stuff AI can't touch: system design, mentoring, and communication.
And that brings us to what might be the most critical skill of all, what we're calling bilingual communication. It's this incredible ability to go deep into a technical discussion about API latency with your engineering team, and then, in the very next meeting, turn around and explain the business impact of that latency, in terms of money, risk, and timelines, to a non-technical product manager. That translation skill, that's where you create massive, undeniable value. And the third pillar, of course, is AI fluency. You have to embrace these tools. Look, the goal isn't to let the AI do your thinking for you. It's to delegate all the boring, repetitive, boilerplate work to the machine. Why? Because that frees up your precious mental energy so you can focus on the truly hard problems, the architecture, the long-term strategy, and solving those really tricky user problems. All right, so you've put in the work, you've developed these new skills. But how do you prove it in the one place that can make or break your career, the technical interview? Because let's face it, if the job itself is changing this much, the way we hire for it has to change too. This is the question on every single developer's mind right now. And the answer is pretty much yeah, they are. The classic algorithm pop quiz is just a terrible signal of skill now, because any modern AI can solve a standard LeetCode problem in seconds. So, if memorizing algorithms is dead, what's next? The data here shows this huge disconnect in the industry. Look at this chart. 71% of engineering leaders say AI makes it harder to assess skills. Okay, makes sense. So in response, 62% of companies have just banned AI in interviews. But here's the kicker, over half of all candidates are probably using it anyway. So we're all playing this game with a system that is clearly fundamentally broken. So what's the fix? The solution is a whole new kind of interview, one that actually reflects the real job. It starts with a messy, real-world problem. Then, here's the twist. You are expected to use AI tools. But the most important part is step 3, reasoning. The interviewer is watching you. They want to see how you prompt the AI, how you question and validate its output, and how you explain your architectural trade-offs. It's about your judgment, not your memory. So, what does this all mean for you, right now? How do you build a career strategy that's not just going to survive, but actually thrive in this new world? Let's tie it all together with a really simple, powerful model. The most resilient, most durable career path for 2026 and beyond is the T-shaped developer. The top horizontal bar of the T, that's your broad knowledge across the entire stack. You know a bit about front-end, back-end, databases, cloud, you get the picture. But the vertical bar, that's your deep, specialized expertise in one or two areas that you truly master. Maybe it's cloud security, maybe it's database performance. This combination makes you both incredibly flexible and deeply invaluable. So if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. Don't be afraid of being replaced by AI. Get ready to be promoted by it. All the mundane, repetitive work is being automated away, freeing you up to focus on what really matters: architecture, strategy, and vision. The AI can handle the syntax, sure, but you are the one who provides the intent. You are the architect. So the question isn't, can you write the code anymore? The real question is, what future will you choose to build?